Hello, my name is Paige Atkinson, and today I'll be doing a presentation on curriculum adaptations in the classroom. Before I get into my particular adaptations I'll be having for my student, I want to first talk about why do we make these adaptations and why they're important to have in the classroom. Students with special needs require curriculum adaptations in order to successfully access their curriculum. Having a disability makes it hard to access a curriculum that is designed for children who do not struggle in certain areas that children with disabilities do. So it's important for us as educators to imply these curriculum adaptations in order to allow the child to be successful. Adaptations can be pretty broad. They can mean changing the form of instruction or how the delivery and execution of your lesson plan to a particular student may be. It also can mean changing the environment that the student is in order to make it cater to their certain disability and make it easier for them to keep up with the lesson. And also, with these changes of environment, instruction, it can all keep behaviors down and help with overall having an effective teaching method. Now let's get into some background information about the student we will be developing our adaptations for. His name is Cameron Mobleys, and he's known to have some behavior issues in the classroom. The school he is at has developed a BIP for him, and we should use some of the things from the BIP to incorporate in the classroom as well. Cameron is a fifth grade student, special education, who's diagnosed with what seems to be multiple disorders such as ADHD, dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculia. Knowing that Cameron has a BIP already established, me as an educator should really take the time out to read his BIP and find out what intervention plans we can have in place in the classroom to make teaching more effective for Cameron. Also, I should have his IEP on hand as well to find out some areas that I can incorporate his BIP to make it more effective in the classroom. Given the information in the previous slide, the first adaptation I would be making for Cameron would be provide frequent breaks in between assignments. Because I know Cameron was diagnosed with ADHD, his attention span is not as long as expected for a child his age. Long periods of work can cause frustration and may be troublesome for Cameron when completing long assignments. The best thing to do in this situation would be to divide his work up into chunks so he can have frequent breaks in between so he do not become overwhelmed. This can also give him time to let out any energy that he may be having or allow him to be more available when it comes time to actually start the next assignment and the next lesson. My next adaptation I'll be creating will be preferential seating near the teacher or the front of class, which basically means the child should be seated either a desk away or directly in front of the teacher while also having full non-distracting view of the board. This is because it allows Cameron to have direct assistance during independent assignments, and if he has any questions, he doesn't have to feel possibly embarrassed or unwilling to ask questions or ask for help. This also allows him to have less distractions. If the child is directly in front of the board, there is less chance of having distractions in between him, such as other students or other things that may keep his attention away from instruction. Another change I'll be making will be giving Cameron extended times on assignments and tests. Because Cameron is diagnosed with multiple disabilities, he is more likely to struggle when it comes to reading instructions and processing tasks and assignments quickly or expected as a child his age. So, expecting him to complete that assignment while still trying to get over the hurdles of his dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculia can be extremely overwhelming for Cameron. So, giving him that extra time to be able to process and understand his information in his text and what he'll be reading is going to really give him the advantage he needs to complete this assignment successfully and confidently without having to feel like he would rush. The last accommodation for Cameron would be awarding him a scribe. Because of Cameron's dysgraphia and dyscalculia, it can be difficult for him to write words, read words, and also write numbers. So having them on paper can also be very difficult for him because of his disability. So having someone be able to write for him can really help get his ideas and what he really thinks on paper without having any unintentional errors. This will conclude my presentation. I hope that all the accommodations that I set forth for Cameron will make him successful in the classroom and other areas of school as well. On this page, you will find my references that I use to research some background knowledge on what best accommodations would be best for Cameron in his situation and his disabilities. I hope that this presentation was informative, and I want to thank you again for going through the presentation with me. And I hope that I answered questions and accommodated Cameron to the best of my abilities. I will hope that these accommodations will make him successful in the classroom. And once again, I would like to thank you for watching.